Welcome back to day 14 of the Living with Purpose Challenge. My name is Shawan and I'm here to help you to live with purpose and on purpose as God created you. Today I want to talk to you about never stop learning. And it really boils down to expanding your mind and ensuring that you are staying active in learning no matter what stage you are in your life. Now, when you were younger, if you think back, when you were younger, learning was such a vital part of your life. It was a vital part of your development and coming to understand every opportunity that was around you. But to help you understand that, you probably had someone that was always pushing you to do it. You were pushed in school by a teacher, a loved one, a parent, or someone that ensured that you continued to learn and that ensured that you understood how important it was for you to learn. And then the older you got, you may have continued to learn, but it was less likely that you had someone to continue to push you. So therefore, you had to find your own motivation to do so. But as you become a full adult, who are the people that are around you that are really pushing you to learn? At some point, you have to rely on your own motive, your own motivation to do so. Now, the challenge with that becomes, why are you learning? Were you only learning because someone pushed you? Or did someone help you to understand that even as a child, you were starting to understand what was great inside of you, and that with every learning opportunity, you are now learning more and more about yourself, more about the great gifts, opportunities, and gifts and abilities that were deep inside of you, and realize that you would be able to do great things as you became older, or to do great things even as a child. Learning, even as a child, and having the right people around you helps you to remain hopeful about your future, and therefore helping you to understand that there's a great purpose and a calling for your life. It is up to each and every one of us to continue to evolve, to continue to grow, to continue to learn as we continue to become older in our lives. It is not meant for us to stop learning. We're not supposed to become complacent. Learning keeps our mind active and keeps us curious so that we also become more mindful of the opportunities that are presented to each and every one of us. But when our minds are closed off, then so are we to the opportunities before us. And therefore, we lose that hope, we lose that faith, and the potential of our purpose. Here's another way of looking at your learning experience. When you are a child, you understand things in a childlike manner. And the more you learn, the more you grow, your understanding becomes more evolved. You gain wisdom as you grow. For instance, think about if you had an idea or knowledge that perhaps you wanted to teach as a child. Maybe you saw a teacher and you're like, that's what I want to do. But because of your limited knowledge base, then that's the only way you saw a teacher, maybe a second grade teacher or elementary teacher or just a school teacher. But as you continue to grow and as you continue to expand your knowledge base, then you start seeing the various ways someone can actually teach. Of course, as you become a little bit older, maybe still in school, you still might relate it to school, but you might see a professor of languages, a professor of different subject matters. As you continue to further expand and have different experiences that are maybe outside of the natural education, then you start realizing there are very different ways that you can teach. For instance, if you learn a language, it doesn't necessarily mean that you would become a teacher or professor of the language. You might perhaps be someone who could translate information to help people learn how to get along with each other, or you still might be able to help others to learn how to communicate across language barriers. It's the same thing about learning different cultures. You might spend time experiencing another culture. You may not necessarily teach the culture, but in your own community, you might be some form of diplomat to kind of help people to understand the differences between cultures so that they can now have a better experience within the community and begin to respect one another, begin to get along better, and then to operate in community as better neighbors. So there's such a different way to be able to see how you could be an actual teacher and have a different type of impact. But that only happens the more you continue to learn. And it's important to never stop learning. So at this point in time, what I'm saying is, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go back to school. You don't have to go back to college or go learn a trade. There's various things that you can do so that you could never stop learning. Read a book, listen to music, learn a hobby, and travel. And as you travel, you will learn different cultures and have different experiences that opens up your mind to new things. Because even as you go and learn different cultures, who knows, you might actually become a chef, someone that's in culinary arts, and then share that gift with others. So there's so many opportunities out there, but unless we expand our minds, then we really never know the great opportunities that God has before us. So take advantage of every learning opportunity that is available to you. Don't fall into that old thinking that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. Throw that out the window, because as long as you are willing, as long as you are open, as long as you believe that you can learn, then you can actually do it. So today I want to challenge you. Think about what it is that you can do so that you can never stop learning. Can you take an e-course? Oh my gosh, there's so many e-courses that are out there available to you. You can take classes on YouTube. There's a site called Udemy. It's Udemy. You can go on Google. You can get certifications on there. I mean, there's so many places that you can go on and take classes and courses, some for free. Some might cost you a little bit, but there's a lot of free courses out there so that you can continue to learn. Not to mention you have Audible for audiobooks. You can just listen in your car, especially if you don't have time to sit down and read a lot of books, but it keeps your mind open. It keeps your brain engaged. Don't let your brain turn to mush. There's so much to learn. God has placed so many resources out there for you to be able to learn and evolve and grow and continue to move and walk closer into your purpose and which He has called for you. So take advantage of those opportunities. Take advantage of the resources that are out there. Listen to the guidance and wisdom that He has placed before you so that you can see, be open-minded so that you can see the opportunities. Because right now, if you're thinking, there's nothing out there, I don't want to learn anything, then of course you won't see opportunities that are out there waiting for you. And trust me, there are tons and tons of opportunities for you to learn. Never, never, never stop learning. There's no reason at all for us to stop learning and to stop growing. My name is Shawanda. I am here to help you to live with purpose and on purpose as God created you. Be intentional with your time, keep learning, and strive to be who God has called you to be. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow so that you can get the notifications in your box each and every day as you continue to learn how to live with purpose.